Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. Today, let's just get into it. I'm pretty excited about this video because, as you guys know, if you're not new here, I love Sol de Janeiro. I love their creams, their body mist. I just love the line in general, to be honest. And they came out with 3 new body mists that are limited edition, and as soon as they released, I ordered them. So I'm here to do a quick little review on them. So if you guys want to see my opinions on the new limited edition body mist, then just keep on watching. Okay, jumping right into it, I'm going in no particular order, but we're going to start with the purple one, which is called Tropical Nights. I did wear these all yesterday. I received them yesterday, but I like to wear them for a day, especially their body mists, so I don't need that long to test longevity. They don't last the longest, but I wanted to form my opinion. So we're going to start with this one, and I'm going to read the notes off of Sephora. This one's described as warm and spicy, and it has creamy tonka bean, vanilla absolute, and blooming jasmine. I just sprayed this one, but basically when you spray this one, there's something in it. I don't know what it is based on the notes, but there's something in it that has this kind of fizziness to it. It almost tingles my nose. Think of when you open a can of soda and you pour it out. If you go in to drink it too quickly, how it kind of tingles your nose. There's something in this, in the opening, that does that. It's kind of fizzy, but then as it dries down, you get a little bit of that jasmine, you do, but it's definitely in the background. I wouldn't describe this as a floral scent. This is definitely a gourmand, sweet, a little bit heavier scent. So as it dries down, you get the tonka bean and you get the vanilla. Tonka bean sometimes can be a little powdery. In this, it's not powdery. It's creamy, it's sweet, and the longer it sits, it gets sweeter and it gets a little bit heavier. So there's that. When this first opens up, if I had to compare this to something, I'm not going to say they're the same. They're not the same, but the same kind of vibe. This reminds me a little bit of Acqua di Parma Mandorlo di Sicilia. I say that because that in the opening has this fizziness, almost like a creamy, root beer float. It has a fizziness to that, and it's a creamy almond paste. So this has tonka bean, and tonka sometimes can give me a little bit of an almondy feel, that kind of creamy almondy feel. So maybe that's why, and it does have that kind of fizziness in the opening. And then you get the vanilla. Like I said, this reminds me of that in the opening, but the longer this sits, I find this gets a little bit sweeter and a little bit heavier on my skin. The vanilla and the tonka kind of take over, and that fizziness fades. So this is definitely summer. It's called Tropical Nights. Tropical Nights kind of describes it. It's definitely a nighttime scent. Now, with that said, because this is so it's definitely a sweeter, kind of heavier scent. It's delicious. It's gourmand. But it's not necessarily what I would think of when I think summer, just because it is a little heavy. So you would have to wear it in the evening and when it's not too hot, because I'm someone who doesn't like heavy fragrances in the heat. I feel like they could be cloying. So this, I wouldn't say this is cloying. This is not giving me a headache, but I'm just saying, depending where you live. In Canada, I feel like this will be fine, but depending where you live, if it's super hot, you might find it a little cloying. But if you like almondy kind of scents, if you like sweet vanilla almondy scents, I feel like you will like this. It's a nice scent, but I wouldn't say this is tropical to me. So I wouldn't say it's Tropical Nights, because it's a it's a warm kind of sweet scent. So I don't think tropical necessarily. You get a little bit of that jasmine, but not enough for it to be considered a floral scent at all. It's definitely in the background. It does smell good, but it's not necessarily what I would think of as a summer scent. And I feel like depending where you live, it might be a little bit cloying, in my opinion. In the heat, it's definitely sweet. And the longer it sits, by the end of the night yesterday, it basically just smelled like vanilla. Now, with that said, really quickly, not that I'm going to compare them, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, if I was going to get, because this dries down to an almond vanilla, but by the end of it, vanilla is definitely taking over. In my opinion, the Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 40, this one by Sol de Janeiro, is definitely top vanilla. I would buy this vanilla over this type of tonka vanilla. I still prefer this one. This one is an absolute gem. This is a dupe for 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. So good. This is a very good summer vanilla too. It has a little bit of a fruity vanilla, cakey, delicious. So not that I'm comparing them, I'm just saying this does smell good, but it doesn't smell different enough, I feel like, to own both. I don't know. It does smell different. I'm not saying they smell the same, but if you're looking for the Superior Vanilla by Sol de Janeiro, I still think this one is, I prefer this one, basically, is what I'm trying to say. This does still smell good though, so it's up to you. If you like an almondy, tonka, vanilla, you will like it. There's a little bit of jasmine in there, which gives it a little bit of like a femininity, like sex appeal kind of thing going on. Next up, we have this pink bottle. This one is called Tan Lines, and let me read the notes of this. Okay, so this one says it's a warm floral, and it has solar tuberose, late de coco, and creamy vanilla. I'm going to spray this one up here on my arm. Okay, so I'm not biased, so I'm being totally honest, and just remember everybody has different tastes, and I love Sol de Janeiro, so this is nothing against Sol de Janeiro, this is just my opinion. This one opens up and there is definitely something solar, the note says solar tuberose. There's something in this that reminds me like of sun, like sunny. It's bright, but you get this creamy floral. The tuberose is there. It is the star. This is definitely a floral fragrance, so you have to like florals, sweet florals. Because yes, there's like this sunny, it's really hard to describe, but there's like this sunny quality to this. It smells like summer, but then you get like this milky floral because it has that like late de coco, like coconut milk. There's a fluff. It has like coconut milk in it, and something about this, it reminds me of, it's like a creamy floral. It's sunny, but it almost has like a sunscreen vibe. So it's called Tan Line, so that makes sense. It almost smells like you put on sunscreen lotion and then sprayed your floral fragrance. It's kind of milky, but with that said, it smells pretty. I'm not saying it doesn't smell pretty. It smells very different. This is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a weird mixture. It's different because there's something in this that's bright, but then you get like this coconutty, creamy, suntan lotion floral mix going on, which is different. I don't have anything that smells like that, but what I will say is this is one that I find cloying. It triggers me, and that's a me problem. That's not this fragrance's problem. It's because sometimes certain white florals, they can give me a headache, and this mixture, I think it might be the coconut milk too, because white florals can give me a headache and coconut is like hit and miss for me. Sometimes I find it cloying, and the mixture between the tuberose and I think it's the coconut milk, I just find it to be way too heady, and it gives me a headache. In the opening it smells good, but I just found the longer it sat on my skin, like after an hour yesterday I had a headache, and I washed this one off because it was just bothering me, and it's not even that hot where I live yet, so I can only imagine in the heat it's going to be worse. With that said, that's a me problem. It does smell very pretty, but this one is definitely the most different in the line. I don't have anything that smells like this. And again, yes, this does smell summery, but not in like a traditional summery way, because it's just a weird combination. It smells like coconut, like sunscreen, like there's a sunscreen quality to this. Coconut sunscreen mixed with floral, like a sunny tuberose, like a bright, there's something in this, like a solar tuberose. That's what it's called. That's weird, but there's something sunny in this. It smells very feminine and creamy. It's like a milky, creamy tuberose. It's different. It's definitely different. It's very unique, but for me, unfortunately, that one will have to get returned, but because it does give me a headache, but that's a me problem. And then I saved the best for last. This one is called Sea and Soul. It's the blue bottle. Let me read you the notes for this one. I forgot to say, but this is hair and body fragrance mist, so you can spray them in your hair too, but I do that with every fragrance, to be honest. So this one is called a fruity floral. It's classified as a fruity floral, I should say, and it says juicy citrus, pink pepper, and ocean musk. This one I saved the best for last. Sea and Soul is my favorite, but I'm so biased. This is literally summer in a bottle. These two, this is not what I would consider, like, not what I think of when I think of a summer fragrance. This one is a very unique take on like a feminine summer fragrance. This is kind of beachy, florally. It's different, but this is like your traditional like summer in a bottle. Like when you smell this, There's no mistaking that it is a summer fragrance. This is summer in a bottle. It smells so juicy. This is, to me, this is honestly just like a citrusy, fruity scent. You get citrus, you get fruits, it's mouth-watering, it's delicious, it's sunny, it's bright. It's, I wouldn't say it's like, yeah, I guess it's aquatic. It's kind of fresh, citrus, and fruity. It's not too beachy. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. It smells like citrusy fruits, mouth-watering, delicious. If you've ever smelled Escada perfumes, Escada, I think that's how you say it, those are known, that brand is known for summer fragrances. And this really reminds me of an Escada perfume that I had. And those are pretty expensive. This is only $26, and I think those range at like $40 Canadian, something like that. So yeah, this smells delicious. It smells bright. You can wear this during the day or in the evening. I would wear this to the beach, to the pool, anywhere. Literally, this is summer in a bottle. It's not too heavy. It's very citrusy, mouth-watering, juicy, fruity, delicious. This is literally, you would smell this and think of summer. And I feel like this would be very easy to wear. You could wear it in the heat. You could wear it at nighttime. It's not sexy, but it's kind of juicy, flirty, playful, energetic, bright. That's how I would describe this. This is definitely my favorite, could you tell, because of how I'm describing it. And this does remind me of an Escada perfume that I had in a blue bottle. I can't remember what it's called, but it reminds me of that for a fraction of the price. And it smells delicious. This is by far my favorite. So if I had to rank them, I think I would rank them number 1, number 2, and then this would be last, only because this one gives me a headache. But I feel like for the people who like floral fragrances, if you're like a floral lover, you might like this. Think of, it has like a sunniness to it. So it's like sunny, creamy, coconut floral. Maybe around the same family as like Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Garden. Is that what it is? But without that sharp neroli. I'm not saying they're the same, but I'm saying like if you like that kind of coconut floral kind of vibe, you might like this. But that's definitely my third. Anyways, this was a quick review. I hope you guys liked it. I was really looking forward to this launch, and I would say like it lived up to its expectations, although I'm not gonna lie, I wish this one was a little bit more like summery, because it dries down to like a Tonka vanilla, creamy, sweet vanilla scent. And they already have like this amazing vanilla scent. So I wish they would have done something a little bit more like summery, because this smells good. I'm not saying it doesn't smell good. It's just not necessarily what I would think of as like a summer scent. So I wish it was a tiny bit more summery, but still it smells good, so I wasn't disappointed. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok. They are always linked down below, and I post more frequently on there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.